Hey guys, welcome back to Vegan Hut, your perfect place for quick and simple vegan recipes with easily available ingredients. How nice it will be to have some recipes which are easily ready with less than 5 or maximum 5 ingredients and with no hassle and ready in very less time as well. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you 3 very simple and easy recipes mainly for breakfast, which will be ready in like no time with maximum 5 ingredients. And to see what I'm making in this video, just stay there. So for the first recipe, which is granola protein bars, I am going to take about 2 cups of triple chocolate granola I've taken, guys. So if you don't want to use the triple chocolate granola, by all means you can even use simple oats, 2 cups of normal rolled oats. And then I have also taken some dark chocolate buttons, and these are some gluten-free pretzels I have taken, and I've just crushed them a little bit. Then I have also taken some smooth peanut butter and some maple syrup here. And these are all the ingredients that we will need for the first recipe. So to start preparing this, we are first going to take a pan, and then we are going to keep the pan on the medium heat. I would say about medium-low heat. And then I'm going to add about half a cup of peanut butter, which is going to be about 8 tablespoons of it. Here I have taken smooth peanut butter, which I would recommend to take smooth peanut butter because there is already quite a lot of crunchiness in the granolas as it is. But if you want it to be more crunchy or anything like that, do go ahead and use the crunchy peanut butter. That is about 8 tablespoons of peanut butter I have added to the pan. As you can see, the peanut butter with the heat, it will start melting obviously. And now I'm also going to add maple syrup, and in the same quantity I'm going to add about 7.5 tablespoons of maple syrup in that. So while this peanut butter and honey is cooking, do make sure that you keep mixing it, otherwise peanut butter has got this tendency to stick at the bottom of the pan. At the same time, this is also the reason why the hob does not need to be very hot, and it should be medium-low. So we need to not really cook it, we need to melt it nicely until maple syrup and peanut butter is mixed together very nicely. While the peanut butter and maple syrup are cooking together on the hob, I am going to just take, you can take any sort of tray, a deep pan tray, any sort of it. I have taken this type of glass tray, and I'm going to mix all the other ingredients in the tray. So just thoroughly mix it. There's no particular way you need to mix it, just it's dry at the moment, so just mix it all together. Now as you can see, this is nicely mixed together, maple syrup and peanut butter. So this is the time we are going to turn the hob off and take it off the hob. Now what we are going to do is to transfer this mixture of peanut butter and maple syrup into the rest of the ingredients quickly. We need to do this quite quickly because otherwise peanut butter and will start getting stiff and it won't mix together. So once we have transferred it in with the rest of the ingredients, we are going to mix everything together very nicely. Make sure you mix everything together with the peanut butter and maple syrup nicely. There shouldn't be any granola pieces which are left behind without coated. Otherwise it will be coming out of the bar, it will be breaking out of the bar, so you won't turn into a bar. So Yeah, don't worry about if the chocolate buttons are melting a bit, because obviously this peanut butter is hot and it is going to melt a little bit, but it's perfectly fine, guys. That's not a problem at all. So it will still have some of the chocolate as a button and as like kind of crunchy buttons in there, so that's fine. So as you can see, this is why I was saying that we need to do this quickly, because once we transfer it, it starts getting cold, the peanut butter, and then it starts turning stiff. So once we have mixed all of that together nicely, we are just going to start flattening it, the mixture. If you realize that the pan you have taken is bigger, then it should be, and it's not giving that thickness of the bar that you require, then by all means you can just, what you can do is just shrink the batter, the whole mixture, and just do it in the half of the pan, because this is not running, so it's not going to be like kind of running to the rest of the pan. So if you are leaving it like this, it will turn nicely, it will remain like this as well. As you can see, guys, this is exactly what I have done in my pan, because if the thickness is anything more than what it is now, then it won't be like in kind of a nice breakfast bar sort of thing. This is what I'm trying to achieve here. So yeah, that's what you can do. You don't need to worry about the pan being too big or anything like that. So just shrink it until you have the thickness you require of the whole thing, and that's it. Guys, do let me know in the comments down below if you are a peanut butter fan like me. I am crazy for peanut butter. Anything with peanut butter, I just love it. Let me know in the comments down below if you are the same like me. And yeah, let me know if you try peanut butter with some crazy things. I would like to know that actually. And I would like to try that as well. How does it taste with some peanut butter? Obviously, we have it with toast, with I have it with crackers sometimes as well. I have it basically. I can have peanut butter with absolutely everything. Let me know if you are the same like me. So yeah, this is all good. Now what we will need to do is to put it in the freezer and let it freeze for about 1 to 2 hours. So now what we are going to do is we are going to cut it into the shape we like it to be. So it could be square, it could be rectangle, it could be any shape you like, guys. So just go according to your bite size, what you want it to be, and just cut it into that shape. Guys, it's all ready and cut into, I have cut it into cute pieces like this, and it's all ready to be. So basically this is something what you store. So if you want, you can serve it, or if you want, you can just store it into a container like this, and it can stay in the fridge for up to, if it's in the airtight container, then easily 14 days I would say. But I generally tend to only prepare the amount which I'm actually going to consume in like 7 days or so, because it's so easy. You can it just takes about 15-20 minutes to do this, guys. So every 7 days are good enough to make this for storage. Yeah, so serve it and store it, and this is in the fridge for up to 7 to 14 days. Depending on what type of container you have taken. If it's proper airtight container, then 14 days are easily, you can store it. So to move on to our next recipe, which is buckwheat coconut flour pancakes. So for the ingredients in this, we will need half a cup of almond butter, which is like kind of nice and creamy almond butter, 1 banana peeled and cut, 1 cup of buckwheat flour, half a cup of coconut flour, about 3/4 cup of plant-based milk. Here I have taken almond sweetened milk. All we need to do is to put everything in the blender and just blend it. So the pancake mixture is never too runny, guys. It's always quite thick so that we can get the thickness that we want to achieve in the pancakes as well. So here I have taken this pan, guys, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil in it. Just make sure it's a very teeny tiny amount of oil in it. If you want, you can even do the pancakes in butter, baby butter. So that works well for the pancake as well. But I have here taken a little bit of olive oil. So I'll wait until the pan is nice and hot. Again, the pancakes are done in medium heat. So make sure the heat is not very high on the hob, and if you're using the gas, then it should be like medium flame on the gas as well. So once our pan is nice and hot, we are going to add a spoonful of the batter into the pan. We don't need to spread it out in the whole pan. We'll just make it as round as possible, and we'll leave it to be a little bit thick and just not make it into a completely flat bread sort of thing. Here you guys have, if you have noticed, I have not added any sugar or syrup in the batter as such, because pancakes are one, they are eaten with a syrup or jam or chocolate spread or anything sweet anyways. And also with this batter we have added bananas and sweetened almond milk in that, so that has got a little bit of sweetness in there anyways. And the pancake on itself is not very sweet all the time, because for the obvious reason that they are eaten with a sweet substance with it. Now once the pancake is done from one side, we're going to flip it over. See how nicely, what nice color it has got. We're going to flip it over and let it cool from the other side as well. Once it's done, I'm simply going to take it off the pan and take it out in a plate. And then I'm going to repeat the same process with the rest of the batter. Are all ready, and to serve it, I am going to be serving it with some chopped bananas, some strawberries and some cranberries, and a little bit of maple syrup in that. You can serve it with anything you want, guys. It's your choice and it's your taste. So do play with the taste around with these pancakes and serve it as you like. So moving on to our third recipe, which is carrot, cashews and peanut butter pate with a hint of ginger. So to see how it's been made, just stay with me. So to prepare this, we are going to need some cashews. Here I've taken about 1 cup of cashews, which is soaked in water for about 1 hour. Then we will also need about 2 cups of carrot, which I have cut it into small dice pieces. Then we are also going to need about 1 tablespoon of grated and peeled ginger, with about 1/4 cup of coriander. Then we will also need some peanut butter. Here I'm going to take about 4 tablespoons of it. We are now going to put everything in the blender and then just going to blend it into a smooth paste. While you're blending it, just one tip, if you feel that at some point the blender is not like the mixture is very thick and the blender is like kind of getting stuck in blending, then just feel free to add a little bit of water, just about a couple of teaspoons, and that should do the trick. After blending, it's going to look like this. You can add a little bit of salt at this point if you would like to give it that savory taste, or you can leave it as it is. If you are planning to store it in the fridge, you can store this up to like 7 days in the fridge. If you're planning to do that, don't put salt at this point. Put salt only in the portion which you will be using, and then obviously just leave it and keep adding the salt as you are going to use it, but don't put the salt in the whole mixture if you're going to store it. Now we are simply going to transfer it in the bowl. Just have a look, guys, how creamy this is looking. And that hint of ginger, it tastes beautiful in this. Believe me, guys. Do try this at home and let me know in the comments down below, how did you like it? And by the way, if you haven't still subscribed to my channel, do consider subscribing to my channel as well. Now here, what we are going to do is we are going to take some toast and we are going to cut it into a round shape. I am cutting it into the round shape, guys, with the help of this mold. Cut it whatever shape you would like to, actually, with the help of whatever sort of mold you've got. So we are going to cut these bread into these circle shapes, as much possible as less wastage of the bread. Now we are going to put these pieces into the toaster and toast them. So when you are toasting it, guys, make sure that they don't get burned. They should be nice and golden like this and nice and crispy. So now, guys, we are simply going to put this on this toast. So as you saw, guys, these were very delicious and simple and very nutritious. 3 recipes mainly for breakfast, but as you saw, this is not really especially meant for the breakfast, so you can use it as a snack, or you can just use it as a meal prep, prepare it and store it in the fridge and then use it as you go. These are such a delicious and nutritious recipe, guys. As you saw, I have not used more than 5 ingredients in any of the recipes. So if you have liked the recipe, do make sure you leave the comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to my channel, guys. Do consider subscribing to my channel to keep coming back for these recipes. I post videos every week. So yeah, before you go, just consider subscribing to my channel. And having all that said, until we meet next time, eat healthy, stay healthy.